Mic check. Mic check. Hey, morning, Jeffrey Stonisfer. Good morning, good morning. All right, all right. Well, good morning, everybody. We got a few people in here now, so we'll just get after this. Let's see. Let's hop out. Bum, 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 bum. It's probably time to wipe this chart and start over. But let's look at some local stuff. Let's hop down to, let's get off the 4 hour. What do we want to talk about on the 4 hours? Is there anything I want to talk about here before we leave? 4 hour low is at 86,350. Okay. Which means that after this 4 hour break right here, price could retrace as low as here and continue up in a bullish trend. All right, cool. Let's go down the 15-minute. And let's recognize that our primary market structure up from the low flows in this manner. Cool. Awesome. Check. So we did interact with this little piece of supply yesterday that caused that precipitous drop. Right, that's where those market participants got involved. Oops, I did one too many undos. Coffee's not quite kicking this morning, so apologize for the low energy. And so you have this primary sort of upwards structure, right? Where, we first break here and then we break our external structure points there. And what do I mean to say by that, right? I mean to say that price is trading in this direction, up and to the right, unless you got to lose this low bare minimum to change that. This is your 4 hour low. So technically speaking, it could still hold from that zone or this zone and continue up and to the right. Yeah, because all of this upward structure loses itself at this point, at which point we should expect lower highs and lower lows. This is a area to be pretty bullish about, in my opinion. That is an area to be pretty bullish about, one that I think we should look to long. I think it's one that we should look to long. Because if this, again, the logic is just that if this is to continue, well, then it either kind of has to SFP this, or it's got to bounce, and we have some unmitigated demand right there. It's an area yesterday that I was hoping to be able to long, but I just never came back to it. Nope, I never came back to it yesterday, and it's coming back today. So that's kind of where I'm at with Bitcoin. I would say I'm going to look for a long out of this area. Back up to the high. I'm going to want to see, probably about a 5-minute change in structure to confirm that trade. Let's go from here. Something along the lines of that. Yeah, for a run back up to that high. That's what I have in mind currently. That's what I've got in mind currently. Oh, good morning. Forget about it, by the way, and Anthony Soprano and Fine. Top of the mornings. Top of the mornings. Yeah, we do have a bit of an inefficiency that came out of this zone. It did break some structure. It did take us up. Yeah, pretty good clip from there. We did drown some shorts in there. Yeah, it's a good zone. It's a good zone. I like it. I like it. I dig it, man. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. So, why don't I? Well, no, it says I have an alert here. Yeah, it says I got an alert here. I don't want it on the 30-minute time frame though. I want it on like the 2. On like the 2 would be more better. Let's delete that alert and let's recreate it on the 2-minute time frame. Cool. All right, let's step out and let's take a look at maybe a little bit more of God, I want to wipe this chart so bad. Let me grab a different chart. Let me grab a different chart, one that I can wipe. Hey, look at that. We found a blank chart. Sweet. Sweet. Still real basic things that I'm going to say. I'm still not a fan of where the low got put in. I still think that this would have been the more sensible place for that low to get put in, and it didn't get put in there. And we are still trading, and let's get up to the 4-hour. We're still trading. Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, so we broke our 4-hour here. We did set a higher low after setting a higher high. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that came into there. I feel like there's something to be alarmed about in this area. Interesting. There's a really nice. Do I have this on the other chart? Because that looks really nice. That looks super nice. Bear with me, please. I'm moving at a snail's pace today. Let's go back to the 4-hour. I swear we've got that, right? Yeah, we've got that. We get that. Okay. I'm just peeking around. I like to check blank charts just to see if there's anything that got covered up by my other TA that I'm just missing. Got that order block right down here. Yeah. All right. Well, that explains my my confusion in this zone. We're daily market structure bearish here, right? We're daily market structure bearish as of that point. We're 4-hour bullish as of this point. Let's just make it green. We're 4-hour bullish as of that point. And then price is still in trading internal to these 2 points. And furthermore, still trading internal to these 2 points. And furthermore, trading internal to these 2 points. So a whole lot of yeah, just a fairly ugly area, fairly ugly area for those reasons. It's like, okay, higher time frame bearish, mid time frame bullish, super internal to everything on that mid time frame. So yeah, so kind of a tough area for me, at least for my style of technical analysis. This always presents for a tougher area. Always presents that way. Let's get back up over in here. And let's start taking a look at maybe some altcoins or some other stuff along those lines. Let's get rid of this. That's annoying me. Oh, and furthermore, I guess that's the one thing I didn't say. Let me do some undos here real quick. So I need to get that zigzag back on. Let's get this supply out of the way. You know, this is the area that I ideally want to trade it from. But what if like this last low that we put in just comes back up and breaks this high right here? Well, then I reckon it's probably time to start looking for some long trades. Really what I'm talking about is just a general shift in structure from this leg of price that's trading down out of supply, this leg of price here. You get like a 10-minute flip of structure on that anywhere, and I think it's time to look for a long. And that just isn't on the chart yet, but it could happen at any point in time. What if it happens down here in this zone, right? Like I'd still go for it. We do have a little bit of unmitigated supply above us that I do need to put on the chart. Yeah, I do. So I would say that in the event that a position like this was going to work, I would say that this is the only zone that would stop it from taking out the high at 92,781. Yeah, I would say that would be the only zone that would stop it from achieving that target there. Short trades. You know, I think I haven't had the best. I really haven't had the best luck with shorts since. Yeah, I mean, like, no, I'll just give you the short version. The short version. There's not a lot of short trades I'm interested in here. There just really isn't. Because, see, part of me is going like, okay, so if we lose this low and we flip the market structure flow to look like this, can we expect a back test in one of these? Trouble is if we touch this low first, oops, this low, if we touch that before a retracement, that could actually just be a rotation of a range on like your 4-hour market structure. So I don't get really confident on shorting with a break of this low. I don't get super confident on shorting there because this entire area could present as a range, and we may just be rotating from the bottom of the range back up to the top of the range. So I'm not super confident on shorts below here. Now below here, let's say that market structure were to come up and down and up, boom, boom, below this low. I'm still not super confident about shorting down there. First of all, it's in a fairly discounted setting, and we still have a nice like 4-hour order block underneath us. It's just not, yeah, I'm not so confident in shorting in this area. I'm really not so confident. Let me go back to this other chart. Yeah, because it would almost be like, get that 4-hour order block here. No, I'm just not. I'm just not very confident about any shorts down in this area. I'm just not, and I can't make myself be, no matter how much I try, it is not working. Hey, what else do we want to talk about? Can't wait for BTC to make it to another symmetrical triangle and chop around for the next 2 weeks. Are you thinking like, like just form one out like in this area somewhere? Just do something stupid like that. Oh, that would be dumb. God, let's hope that doesn't happen. Mm. Holy smokes, that would be hateful. I do have a face now. I always had a face. See, that means you didn't watch my market structure video. That means you didn't watch my market structure video. All right. Yeah. Anybody got anything else that they want to talk about? See, stuff like this, like after a setting of this high into supply and setting of this low, and then a comeback and a pull on that high. I guess we did have kind of equal highs up here. I suppose. Because I was see the trouble is that I was happy to long if we pulled this, which is why I wanted to short down to it, but it just flipped back around on me, and yeah, the shorts are just not really, they ain't shorting. They ain't shorting like they used to. The shorts ain't shorting like they used to. So I'm kind of trying to avoid those right now. I want to look for yeah, I feel better about looking for longs. I really do feel better about looking for longs. Um, I don't know. Let's go find some stuff, man. Let's go find some charts. What do you guys got in mind? Yeah, I mean, I like where ADA is here. I like that. Because I'd say it'd be pretty bearish to lose 90 cents with a candle body close. Like a nice, I don't know, like yeah, something like where you don't have to question whether that was a break of structure. Like a no question loss of that is pretty bearish. And so with the absence of something like this on the chart, I have to be bullish. Have to be bullish at this area. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. God, are those equal lows though? Those are very equal in nature. I don't like how equal those lows are in nature. Which makes me feel like if price were to fail here and lose this range, it would fail from this zone. Makes me feel as though it would fail from this zone. As much as I just got done talking about how I have to be bullish here, I wanted a deeper penetration of this low. Slightly deeper penetration of this low. I'm not so convinced that that knocked out any stop losses that were sitting below that. But you start forming upwards structure from here, and I think we could go back up to the high. I do. But I think this is an interesting area to watch. I need you up here, please. Yeah, because if we come through that little area of supply right there and start printing upwards structure, maybe you get a little bit of a pullback from it, but then you immediately come back up and take that high out, that's demand and control. That feels a lot like demand and control. Yeah, I would expect that you would continue up in a manner like that. Yeah, yeah. So I guess for the short, you'd probably want something pretty convincing. Probably want something pretty convincing, like here. Yeah, I think it would be better to not even try and short it out of that area. Actually, I think it'd be better to try and short it out of like the next hump down. After that, it's shown that it can actually break and lose the low. This thing, this. Oh God, it won't let me click on it. But you know, after you see something more like this, that's probably the safer time to try and short that. What else we got? Render. Hey, I ain't seen that one in a minute. Let's go take a look at that chart. Well, that looks good. That looks pretty sweet. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. That looks super sweet. That's already been mitigated, so that can get removed. Yeah, so I like this has been an important level on this chart for a while now. You know, we hit it once and we pulled up and then we came back down. Kind of like we want to reaccumulate in this area potentially. Yeah, this really shallow SFP looking sweep of that low has me a little bullish on this chart, not gonna lie. Definitely has me a little more bullish on this. Yeah, just double check something here. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's pretty bullish. That's pretty bullish, man. Let's see here. So boom. So you never actually flipped the 4-hour structure. That's an internal break. Come back up, clean all that liquidity, grab some supply, smack back down to the low, start bouncing. Yeah, I think we probably need to monitor the 15-minute structure on this leg up from the low. Which generally, you know, first broke here. Okay, cool. We had some demand that's mitigated. We had some more demand that's not mitigated. We have demand here that's currently getting mitigated. This probably comes up from here. I wouldn't be surprised if it literally comes up right from where we're at. Honestly, it'd be really cool to see this demand fail and have price come back down into here. Um, that would be really cool because that would put us back in a discount. Where's the button? This thing. Yeah, that'd put us back down into discount. If we could get down in there somewhere, that'd be cool. But something tells me that's not going to happen. Something tells me that's not going to happen. Something tells me that this is going to happen. Yeah. Oh, and that would be, oh my God, that'd be insanely bullish. That'd be insanely bullish. If you come out of supply like this and immediately hold your the immediate little demand range right beneath you, if that holds after an interaction with this, then it's coming for this guy. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this would be hella bullish too. Let's get down to something lower time frame. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you can come up and crack that, I could see up, and away on that thing. Yep. Yep. Feeling pretty good about that. Feeling pretty good about that. Good enough that I think I want an alert right here. Boom, boom, boom. Once per bar. Bingo. Yeah, good enough that I want an alert there. I'd be into that. I'd be into that. That reminds me of something I saw on the sold chart Monday, Sunday, something along those lines. Yeah, and outside of that, I think I would look for I think I'd look to long out of this area somewhere up to the high. Though by that point in time, if that lower position were to be a thing, I mean, you should be super paying yourself by this point. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and just cover all of that demand on that thing. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's definitely where I'm at on render. That's definitely where I'm at on render. Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to, yes. We'd pretty much have to lose this low at this point for me to want to short this. What does that mean for Bitcoin? What are we up to over here, Bitcoin? Okay, so far, a little SFP look on that high. Could send this tumbling back down to this low. Could. Please don't turn around right here. God, that'd be so annoying if it came into here. Oh, God, that'd be really annoying. Don't do that. Come here first, please. For the love of God, algorithms, do your job. Do your job. Yeah, please. Please and thank you. All right, Sui looks like a ripper. Let's go take a look at Sui. Sui be looking like a ripper. What is this chart? When did we what is happening here? I don't remember this. But apparently we talked about this. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Sui. Sui. I just love saying it. Well, that never reconfirmed. Okay, cool. Let's probably step out here. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I guess I haven't been on this chart since we swept the low. I feel like based on my TA here, I was doing TA on a rejection out of here to the low, and that didn't happen. But we swept the low, man. We swept the low. That's cool. I can't say that's not cool when it's cool. I can't say that. All right, so an obvious, super obvious long zone for me on Sui is here. Me mucho like this zone. Me mucho like. I'll take an alert here too. I'll take one there too. Do we have a little bit of supply in this area? We do. We does. We does have supply here. So can that please get us back down to there? That'd be really nice. That'd be really nice. That'd be clear evidence that demand is in control. Ah, man, that'd be so nice. Especially with this inefficiency coming out of this zone. Quite literally here. Let's take a look at 5 and see if we've got any hope in that. Yeah, I would say we have some hope in that. Oh, God. All right. I'm gonna plan a follow-up idea. If we come from here to here and crack this high, that is hella bullish. I might mark it in at that high. I might mark it in at that high. Let me get another alert here. Let me go back to like the 30 and oh yeah, I would mark it in at that high. I actually would mark it in there. Like if this supply doesn't even have the strength to send us back to this demand, and instead only does this, I think that is extremely bullish. I think that that is quite on the bullish variety. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be super bullish. That'd be super bullish. So I got a couple alerts on Sui. Thanks for the suggestion on Sui. Good morning, Brew. Late again. Starting from the beginning, 2x. Catch up soon. Thanks in advance. Hey, good for you, Massey. Jasmine, ain't seen that chart in a minute. Let's go take a look at that too. Bitcoin, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, you muckaluck? Get down there. Go. Get down there. What are we doing? Jasmine. That's what we're doing. Oh, this is gonna have some old TA on it. Well, ain't that something? Ain't that something? Yeah, it looks pretty good, huh? Looks pretty good. That false break on the 4 hour was, I mean, it's just, yeah, it didn't hit its target. So false break on the 4 hour, hit supply, fall back down. By the way, in case anybody not following me, I'd say false break on the 4 hour. It was an internal break only, so that was your first warning. Hit supply, fall down. And hit, this is said important le. So, yeah, we are trading into a manner of supply here. And I feel like this general concept I just missed on a lot of other charts. But let's go take a look at our 15 up from the low. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's bump it up a little bit. Let's bump it up a little bit more. I think I'm spying something. I might be onto something. Where are you? There you are. I found you. Kind of looking at this. Saying, okay, well, we haven't mitigated that. We have not mitigated you yet, good sir. And you are holding up my low right here. Ooh, did we hit that low? I don't think we hit that low. Oh, we did hit that low. Alright. A little bit of remaining supply up here. Let's drop to the 5. Gonna have a 5-minute transition of structure here. I think the most logical way to look at this is actually, yeah, I don't think I want anything to do with this on the break. Like if we break this, I don't think I want anything to do with it on the break. I want it on the RIMC. I want it on the RIMC. But I think it would be It'd be so much better if we had gotten down here just a bit lower. Man, that'd make me feel a lot better. But I think I would just look at this local area on Jasmy as a range that has demand underneath it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's how I would look at that. I didn't want you to go there first. That's rude. Oh, so rude. It's not good for along from where I had planned. Not good for it. Now, on the other hand, if you had come down to the 50% mark of this range and you start transferring structure up off of it, well, then it's going to look a lot like what happened yesterday, where we came down to 50% of the prior range, flipped structure off of it, and ran up. Come down to the 50% mark of the prior range, flip structure, start marching back up. So I very much see that possibility. I don't want this supply to work. If the supply works and comes down here, it's going to make me more bearish in that area. Just is. So, all right. So is demand or supply in control? We gonna find out here in the next coming hours. Now I've got new candles on my charts, and this idea is more sketchy now, and we're gonna kick it down the line. And I'm gonna look to a new idea. Now I'm gonna look to a new one. And this would be a structural flip inside of demand. It did not make it to the extreme point of demand, but it is nonetheless a structural flip inside of demand at the right at the 50% line. So yes, 100% gives me permission to look at this trade here. And is that my target for it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is my target for it. It is absolutely my target for it. Unquestionably, that would be my target for that. All right, cool. Well, that's neat. Now I need to get a new alert on here. I'm just going to take that away. It's just going to drive me fucking crazy. I don't need this on my chart. That's going to drive me crazy. I knew it was there. I don't need that. Let's go ahead and slide this over. Stay connected. And let me get an alert here. Cool. Well, that changed pretty quick. Neat. Pump incoming. Clever Go did this to us. Clever Go did this. Do you have a video on how you do your TA? I do, and Anthony Soprano hooked you up because he's the G, kind of like Alexandria G, Dave Digital. What's happening, my man? What's happening, my man? Interesting. Yeah, I guess that we had some other longs out here, didn't we? Yeah, we had that. Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Cool. All right, sounds good. What else we got? What else we got? Let me see. Let me check time. Let's do another let's do like another 10 or 15 minutes. Try and mash through some other coins. While I'm waiting for those, I'm just gonna start flipping through some charts here and see what I see. Let's do it on about the 15. No, let's flip through on the 4. Let's flip through on the 4. ARB, not completely hateful, not completely great. What about APT? Don't like that at all. No, no, no. Not particularly. No. That looks more like a short. Long tomorrow. Okay. What was that? Yeah, BCH is in this supply right here with unmitigated demand below it. Sorry. Blur, no. BNB is a big fat no. No, BNB looks more like a short there. If it can take out that 4-hour market structure, probably down to 530. Okay. Boom. Not interesting. Bonk. More interesting. More interesting. Much more interesting. No, come on. I really need all this stuff gone. I really need all this stuff out of here. Oh, so much better. I would say your liquidity is low as there. You get a little bit of an internal low. Let's see, this low created this high. Yeah, I'm still good with this low. I'm still good with this low. Ave. Oh, of course. I should have automatically done Ave. Anthony Soprano's in the chat. I should have automatically done Ave. This chart looks bullish. If you ask me, that chart looks bullish. Ave. How do we skip over Ave? How could we do that to Anthony Soprano? So rude. So rude. That looks pretty good. Let's just delete all these drawings. Please and thank you. Interesting. All right, so we had demand over here. I would also say that this low is. Oh, you had this one. It was at least the second one. So it's all demand. Okay, cool. So we had demand to the left, and we flipped 4-hour structure out of it. Cool. We have interacted with a very notable section of supply. I mean, have that on there perfectly. Yes, we have interacted with a very significant portion of supply. Let's drop down to our 15. Clean this up a touch. Yeah, okay. All right, so the leg of price that brought us from the low to the current high that interacted with supply will lose its structure here. And if it does, be a fairly bearish result. There's a little bit of stopping power in this zone. Bum, bum, bum. That's like, yeah. I need to go down there though. Let's see. Well, I'm still bullish above $212. Definitely still bullish above there. My the bears in me will definitely kick in if you start breaking that low. Yeah, the bear in me will. I won't be able to hold him back. Um, but God, I wish we just had better structure coming into this zone because I kind of feel like there's a long trade out of here. Kind of feel like there's a long trade out of here. I gotta figure out if Anthony leverage trades this thing. I don't know if he just has a giant bag of spot or not. Um, but yeah, I kind of feel like there's a long trade out of here. I do kind of feel like that. Hey, Alex, what's up? I'm doing pretty good, bully. I'm doing pretty good. If you have time, can you please check the price action of CRV for today? Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. We can do that. CRV. I think we were just looking at that the other day, weren't we? What is this? Binance Perpetual? Oh my God, this sucks on liquidity. So bad. So we were wanting down there. Don't trade this with big money. Whatever you do, do not trade this with big money. This has liquidity problems. It doesn't look like an overly tradable area currently. I don't really love the idea of shorting out of supply. And I say that because you've just built a range right underneath it. So you could come up in here and literally back test that range only to come up further. Um, and I don't love longing it here because you have supply right there. So yeah, that's in a fairly ugly area for a local trade. What we can do is probably look at the 4 hour and say at what point in time does the chart flip mega bullish. And I would say that currently would be at 51 cents. I'd say you start poking these 4 hour candle bodies up into this zone. I would anticipate that even a retracement from that would ultimately take you up above this high, and quite honestly would probably take you into the next area of supply. That's kind of how I feel about that. So let's know it's pretty bullish above 51 cents. Let's know that about it. And until then, I'm gonna recommend that we probably stay away from this. Plenty of liquidity up above that supply to run. Um, yeah, I'd give this one a little bit more time to show its hand. I don't like where it's at currently. And I don't, I'm going to remove this position from the chart too. I don't like that because at this point, in order to get down to that position, you would have to break structure and form supply above it. And so I'm going to go ahead and delete that previous idea. I don't like it anymore. It's gone. All right. Thing was going to go shopping, and now I'm here. Ah, bummer. Oh, no kidding. Good for you, Anthony. Good for you. All right. It's probably getting, yeah, it's getting really close to the time in which I'm gonna be bouncing out of here. So, you son of a bitch, you. You son of a bitch. Come back to me, Bitcoin. Come back to me. Come back to me, please. Anyways, nobody wants to listen to me whine. You get off my chart. Let's see. We were until you guys give me other coins. I will just go back to what I was doing before and kind of start peeping through this stuff. This chart does not look so bullish. Let's see. Yeah, bonk was where we left off. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my God. That chart can go mega bullish. Wowzers. Wowzers. I feel like after this high, there is not notable resistance until a bunch of zeros in 2281. CRV, we talked about that one. Degen, you're dumb. Go away. Doge, what's up with you, buddy? What's up with you, buddy? Holy smokes, this is an ugly shit show. Why do I feel like Doge wants lower? That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Like, I don't like failure on this high. Definitely don't like that. Did I not hit the button? Don't like that. But yeah, but yeah, if we hold this zone, that props up all this market structure. That continues to prop that stuff up. I can see that the high did make it into supply. Aware of that. Whole area up here. We're not breaking it bearishly yet. So far, we have only interacted with this little position fill here. Did we? Questionable. 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 Wait a minute. So what happened on the BTC chart then? Starting to pull back out of supply. Get back down to my entry, you son of a bitch, you. All right. Let's see. XRP. We did some SUI. You'll have to rewind for that. XRP and Sol. Yeah, we'll do XRP and Sol, and then I think I should hit the road. XRP. XRP, why you look so bullish to me? Let's just remember we were in supply, so we don't have to stare at that. The only thing I don't like about this is I don't like how any of these lows pulled liquidity from prior lows. I don't like that at all. Not one bit do I like that. Essentially rolling liquidity from that low all the way up to, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick on that guy. And did we mitigate the demand that was below it? We did. Okay. We have more resistance at here. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty dang bullish. Pretty dang bullish. Finally, for once, we start kind of coming down before up. Instead of all this up and then up bullshit. Man, I feel like this goes up and I don't even want to trade it here. Nah, I can't trade it here. I can't trade it here, but I kind of feel like it's going to go up. Can I trade it? You know what? I think I can trade it if it does this. Then I think I can trade it. But man, it's going to have an immediate take profit on it. But ultimately shooting for something like that. This would definitely be a target one. I need another leg up on this. I need another leg up on this. Oh my God, no, it can't stop at that high. This has to come up higher. Ah, that's going to be tough to trade. I don't like the idea of trading XRP here. I don't like it. There's just too much liquidity right underneath here that can be run. There's supply above us. I don't like it. Unfortunately, I just don't like it. Much as I could see something like that working, that is not a trade for me. Not a trade for me at all whatsoever. Soul. So. Hey, look, got that one right yesterday. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Yeah, makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. So obviously we swept that range low yesterday, kind of moved up out of there. That's all great. This line can go away. It's dead. We break. We have this significant break here. This is the relevant piece of information on the chart that I want to point out. We have this significant break here during which we created an inefficiency. Fair value gap, kind of filled a little bit of it there. That did ultimately take us up above that. The unmitigated portion of this was here. And after that, what do we see? We see this, right? See that, which makes me want to long a retest of this area. Back up to the high. Not greatest risk to reward on this though. No, not the greatest risk to reward on that. Nope. Nope, not the greatest. Boom, boom, boom. Right, let's get that adjusted. Yeah, really not the greatest risk to reward though. Could it get better? Maybe. No resistance that I find in this area here. Nope, that all looks like piddly dick shit. I don't think you have resistance until here. It's not like the risk to reward on it. I mean, like, you try and maybe, like, only cover that right there. That's kind of logical. That's definitely improves it. That gets it to a 2.4. But that's it's not a 2. Sorry, it would not be a 2.4 at target 1, though. It would not be a 2.4 by target 1. But yeah, I think let's see. Okay, so we're looking for on the mitigation. So during the mitigation, so we break here. During the mitigation, the first flip does take us to the high. We break here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all if it just continues up from here. Nope, nothing about that surprises me. All right, and I think we are finito. I think we are done. You bastard, get back to me. Get back to me. Trigger my alert. Don't play with me, Bitcoin. Trigger my alert. You son of a pickle licker. What are you doing? What are we doing here, man? Are you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? You son of a bitch. Please get back down to the entry. Snowing today where I'm at. It's supposed to snow like 6 inches today. All right. Morning, David Koo. Reaper, what's up? R.S. Miller. Breezy Toaster. Danielle 1994. Dread Mining. How you people doing, man? How you people doing? How you people doing? Well, yeah, guys, I'm pretty well done. Pretty well done. So I think I'm gonna head out. I think I'm gonna head out. Yep, gonna head out. Mm. Mm. I'd be cautious on Jasmine. Not in love with that right there. I'd be a little cautious on that one. Render, what's the deal, bud? Honestly, doesn't look so hateful. I think that looks pretty good. Decided big weight game on Sui. Whatever happened to marker? Yeah, not good. Not good. All right. Sorry, I'm so distracted now. Brew, we have a week 4 hour low, and this bounce already reverting from daily bearish fair value gap. So the target should be the week low, right? So it's got to be talking about Bitcoin and 4 hour week low. 4 hour week low. I don't. I don't have a. I don't. Let me grab a fresh chart. I don't think I have a 4 hour week low. I feel like I don't have one of those. No, I don't have a 4 hour week low. Unfortunately, 4 hour. Well, I mean, I think that is fortunate actually. 4 hour is bullish here, making this a strong low, and this a weak high. So daily week low. Oh, daily week low. This is a daily week low. Okay, so we have a week daily low and this bounce already reverting from the daily bearish fair value gap. So the target should be the week daily low, right? I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. But here's so this being the daily week low, and yes, that is weak on the daily time frame. We have a 4-hour transition in structure. This is hateful. I hate this, but because we're just internal to those. So you have to break. Uh, so let's say, hold on. Let's just draw this really quick. Let's say that maybe I can hammer this out. So we've come up. We're on the daily time frame, and we've well, I got a little too heavy-handed with the McDonald's M there, and we break on the daily time frame, right? Now you get a on this leg of price here, we get a transition to bullish on the 4-hour. So let's redraw that. So you get a transition to bullish on the 4-hour on this leg. That's where we're at right now. Now, this is still weak on the daily because of this break, right? It's still weak on the daily because of that break. But if you form 4-hour structure, you're going to need to lose your 4-hour structure to be able to target that low again. If you can't lose your 4-hour structure, then what you may be looking at is an early transition. This is like what I talk about during that multi-time frame analysis section in the market structure video, is that you know, in the formation of your next daily low, you're probably going to see a transition on your 4-hour time frame, and that 4-hour transition may form your next daily low. And so we are weak here on the daily time frame, yes, but the daily time frame is also not your highest time frame structure, right? So it is weak on the daily, it is strong on the 4-hour, but it's also strong on the weekly. I'm sorry, rather, it's not that's totally misstated. It is not a strong low on the weekly time frame. The all-time high, I believe, is what's weak on the. Let me check this. Maybe I'm just yapping and making shit up. Maybe I'm just making shit up. Yeah. So weekly time frame, or right, let's go one better. Monthly time frame is here, right? On your monthly time frame, you have a weak high and a strong low. On that should be monthly. It's pretty close. So monthly still bullish. Weekly has not closed below this point. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get you. I understand. It's just I would just I think we need to lose the current 4-hour structure before we can get too bearish. Personal opinion. I think we need to lose the current 4-hour structure, which flows here, and making this demand and making this weak. I think we just need to follow the 4-hour structure for now. Yeah, 4-hour structure is pretty safe to follow anyway. Personal opinion, it is pretty safe to follow. You son of a bitch, you did SFP that low. Motherfucker. It's okay though. I mean, at the end of the day, what it means for me is it front ran my ideal entry, but what it also means is price is fucking bullish right now. It's just no. It's price action is bullish. Got a SUI alert. Yeah. So yeah, super bullish, man. Like I was saying, that's super bullish. That was where I'm too late. I'm streaming. I'm not focused. I'm not trading. But this is the high that I was saying. I would literally mark it in on that high. Tracement obviously would be nice. What would be the next target that high? I'm still here. I go. Just fucking totally overstaying my welcome. Yeah, I'll try and take a look at it in Discord. I gotta get, guys. I have to go. I'm so far overstayed my welcome. I'm already tired as it is. I already have a giant day in front of me.